Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Fallout 76. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at one of the most ridiculous places I've seen in the game to get XP. We're going to be looking at this footage sped up just a little bit. I believe as of right now, as I'm watching it, commentating over it, it's about at 2 times speed. In this particular location, it's located towards the bottom of the map. I'll make sure I show it to you before the footage is done. I'm not trying to bait you guys for views, just trying to share my experiences in Fallout 76. But this place is ridiculous for getting XP. Basically what it is, it's a tunnel that has a ton of Scorched inside of it. These Scorched typically range from level 5 up to level 23. Most of them being somewhere in the middle, like around level 14. And these guys die super easy. They have really low health, as most Scorched do, and with the build that we're running, which is a hand-to-hand weapons build at this point, a punching weapons build at this point, most of these guys are going to be dying in very quick hits, like just 1 or 2 hits to kill most of them. And as you can see, when they're dying, even though they are lower level than me, at this time I believe I'm around level 20, these guys are going to be giving us a pretty substantial amount of XP. Now, normally when you turn in a quest inside of Fallout 76, at least from what I've seen, you're going to be getting anywhere between 150 to, let's say on the high end, 400 XP per completion. Most of your XP in this game is going to be coming from killing enemies. Just in this place alone, I was able to get several levels, usually 1 level every 10 minutes in this particular location, simply because the number of enemies, the ease at which they die, and using clever use of game mechanics to make them respawn. Now, I don't think this is something that could be patched out easily, but maybe it could. Basically, what I do is I run the full length of this tunnel, clear out the enemies at the start of the tunnel, go into the tunnel, clear out the enemies in the tunnel, go out the other side of the tunnel, and clear out the enemies there, and then I leave the game. And each of these guys that are dying gives XP based on the type of enemy that they are. So baseline, they're giving us Scorched XP, and then they're giving us XP based on the modifier. So this guy I just killed was a warrior, this guy's a believer. All of these guys give Scorched XP plus a modifier. It doesn't matter what your level is, it doesn't matter what their level is, they're always going to give the baseline XP for the type of character that they are, and then an adjustment for the name of the character. So, as you get into the higher levels, it may not be as useful to come back in here and just kill these believers and these zealots over and over. But at level 23, which is what we're at right now, coming in here and just one-shotting these guys is going to be way more XP per hour than what I would be able to get from just a normal quest. For whatever reason, when I respawn this time, these guys are level 32. This guy's level 68. Still able to plow into him, no problem with my particular build. And as you can see, 191 XP just from killing that guy right there. This leader is going to give 135. This is what you get for completing some events, some public quests out here in the wasteland, especially towards the middle of the map near the airfield that you're led to towards the beginning of the game. That's where I've spent the majority of my time in this game. So when I found this location, I knew I wanted to share it. And the reason I was running this place over and over is because I was trying to test out some of the perks for melee weapons, specifically seeing if there was an increase for the Iron Fist, which some of the wikis were reporting, but turns out it's not in the game. This is not going to be a method for everyone. In fact, I would recommend you not doing this. Getting out into the world and exploring is fantastic. I really love the world that they've made here in Fallout 76. I mean, the world has to be good because there's not too much hand-holding story to be seen. So I think they did a great job of making the world interesting. But, you know, if you're about to log out for the night and you see that you're half a level away from leveling up, you can easily come out here, get that level within, like I said, 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what your level is, I suppose. Especially around level 30, you can knock it out, no problem. Easily finish up a level, no problem. I've been doing that every night since I found this place, and it's been a pretty good experience. Now, if you want to take your time and loot everything in here, it looks like there's a decent amount of scrap, but we're not talking about getting scrap today. We're talking about just getting that hard earned XP bonuses, or I guess in this case, not that hard earned because I'm just running through and killing them. Now, loot in this game actually works in an interesting way. So if you were doing this for loot, it would not work because containers can tell, server side, they can tell if you've looted them recently, and most of them will not restock their goods. So if you're going to toolboxes or whatever, or chests that were in this particular area, you typically wouldn't find anything if you already looted it. But for whatever reason, when the enemies respawn, when you leave the server and come back in, all of the enemies just respawn. There's not that same kind of server-side protection for enemies killed. So just running from one end to the other, restarting your game, and doing it again can net a pretty ridiculous amount of XP per hour. Like I said, in the 20s range, for between 20 and 30, I was getting an average of 1 level every 10 minutes. Which was really, really fast. Just wanted to share it with you guys. Again, I wouldn't recommend that you play through the game like this all the time, but it's certainly a nice place to know about. And I don't believe I ever showed where it was on the footage, so I'll go ahead and make sure you guys can see that on the screen right now, just so you know exactly where we were at. In this footage, I went from level 23 to 24, and like I said, just a little over 10 minutes, about 11 minutes in this recording. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.